Jinger Dugger may have gone Hollywood, but she isn't changing her beliefs to fit her new lifestyle in Los Angeles. The Counting On star has been appearing on podcasts to promote her book, and the causes she supports. She has been a very conservative Christian. Though some of her beliefs have morphed into more mainstream ideas, Jinger wears pants and shorts and is no longer bound by the modesty rules her father, Jim Bob Duggar, set forth for her and her sisters. While appearing on the Lawyer Rose podcast, Jinger expressed her pro-life views, using her sister Josie Duggar's story. Anyone who follows Jinger or any member of the Duggar family knows their views. Yet the comment section was met with people who were riled up about the reality TV stars. Comments the marketing team for the podcast knew what clip to use to draw attention to the podcast episode, while also tagging Jinger Dugger. On Instagram, Jinger discussed her pro-choice stance and used Josie Duggar's birth story as an example of why she feels the way she does. However, based on the caption for the share, Jinger talked about much more. She was there to promote her book and discuss her fear while growing up under Bill Gothard's teachings. She wrote a book about fear of God and fear that something terrible would happen if she strayed even just a bit. Jinger dealt with her fear-based beliefs and untangled them as she decided to make her own choices after seeking the answers in the Bible. Her comments about being pro-choice garnered a well-put sis from Jinger Dugger. He ran for office on a very conservative platform, which wasn't surprising. Given his background, a critic responded to his comment with a clown emoji. Josie Duggar is the 19th child of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. She was born on December 10, 2009, at just 25 weeks gestation. There were many touch-and-go moments after her birth because she was born just at the cusp of what would be considered a viable baby. Outside of the womb, Michelle spent time with her in the hospital, but it would be months before Josie recovered and gained the strength needed to be away from the medical interventions that saved her life. Jinger Duggar used Josie's story to accentuate her point on the podcast. She was the Duggar miracle baby, but it didn't come without scary medical issues. Moving forward, who could forget Josie's seizure while her parents were away and Jana Duggar was in charge over many years? Duggar News followers saw various shades of the Duggar family. They once appeared very moralistic and religious, but the truth was far from it. The network had to cancel their show once Josh Duggar's crime surfaced involving cheating, molesting his siblings, and also possessing Sam. The latter led to his imprisonment. Since then, most of the family members refrained from commenting on the matter, implying that they had separated themselves from the problematic sibling. However, a new update has concerned viewers yet again. That's because another one of the Duggar siblings has broken the law. So who is it? And what did they do? As mentioned before, Duggar News followers were in shock after learning about the family's dark truths. This happened after Josh Duggar's imprisonment and the shiny happy people documentary, yet viewers were glad that most of the siblings hadn't turned out this way and had a high moral ground. But a new update proves otherwise. It turns out Jason Duggar has been facing a lot of trouble. This 24-year-old former child star has been under deep water for various breaches of contract and warranties, negligence, and fraud. Apparently, as per some legal documents of a plaintiff, Jason was supposed to be a contractor of a house bought by the former through Madison Holding LLC. Shockingly, Jason's contractor license details weren't on the Arkansas Contractors Licensing Board. This could be the case because he might not hold a valid license, hence he made false representations regarding the material facts in front of the plaintiff. It included claiming he was involved in repair work after saying he was a contractor. The same documents mentioned how Jason was supposed to take over some repair work for the plaintiff within the property he bought. In fact, there was a deadline he had to adhere to finish all the tasks. Duggar News followers found out that Jason instead wanted the plaintiff to hire someone else and pay them to finish the job after witnessing. Such irresponsibility, the plaintiff had no other option but to file a lawsuit. Against Jason, so far, neither he nor the LLC has addressed the issue. After the plaintiff served him with papers, the Duggar sibling has a month, almost 30 days, to respond back or file a motion of his own, since this revealed Jason has been maintaining a low profile. The news of this lawsuit trouble has come merely 2 weeks after Jason announced his engagement to longtime partner Madison. Gracie had been rather upfront about his relationship and even broke courtship rules while being with her due. You think Jason will publicly respond to these allegations? Tell us in the comments. Keep an eye on TV season and spoilers for more Duggar news updates. Jason Duggar, the star of reality show 19 Kids and Counting, has been sued in Benton County for allegedly failing to perform repairs on a home where he was assigned as contractor, as well as for allegedly not having a valid contractor's license. The lawsuit was filed by Mark Thompson against Madison Holding LLC and Jason Duggar on September 10th in Benton County, Madison. Holding is a company based in Combs, Arkansas, while Duggar is a contractor and resident of Springdale. According to the complaint, Thompson claims he entered into a contract to purchase a home in Belle Vista for $350,000 for Madison holding the lawsuit. Claims that Duggar's contractor's license cannot be found within records from the Arkansas Contractors Licensing Board, and he does not appear to operate under a valid contractor's license. As part of an addendum to the contract, around 22 items were required to be repaired within 30 days. According to the suit, Thompson said that now 11 months later, multiple required repairs have not yet been addressed, including installation issues with the master bathroom and second bedroom closets, and grout that needs to be redone in the master bath. Other issues within the home that needed repairs have also gone unaddressed, according to the complaint, including cracked drywall in the upstairs bedroom and roofing issues. Among other things, the lawsuit claims the contractor Duggar and the seller, Madison Holding, were responsible for these repairs. The complaint said up until mid-2024, Duggar and the Thompson were working together to complete the repairs. However, in May this year, the contractor suggested Thompson simply pay for them to be done by someone else. Thompson included text messages between him and Duggar as evidence in the suit. One message read, "Mark, I have a question for you. Instead of us coming back several times and you getting upset with me and me getting upset with you, what if I cut you a final check for however much you think it's going to cost to get these things? You sign a contract saying we are no longer responsible for any additional fixes on the home inspection repair list." Thompson then claims that Duggar and Madison Holding had gone silent on addressing these issues, which do not constitute an exhaustive list, show the defectiveness of the construction and the failure of the seller and contractor to comply with the terms of the addendum. The lawsuit said Thompson is suing for breach of contract, breach of warranties, negligence, and fraud, or constructive fraud. The suit said Thompson is seeking sustained damages to be determined at trial and punitive damages